You know, you may say that you want God to use you. You might even believe it. But do you want what comes along with it? Do you really want what constitutes that charge? Because if God actually uses you, your life stops being yours. Are you willing to give that up? Are you ready to give that up? We keep waiting for someone to fix what's happening around us, waiting for leaders, waiting for culture to correct itself, waiting for things to settle down. But it's not coming. No one is coming to rescue us. The only thing Jesus left behind to push back the darkness was the church. And right now, do you actually believe that includes you? Or is that something that you've quietly outsourced to better Christians? Because, let's be honest, there are forces moving aggressively, relentlessly, shaping culture, shaping truth, redefining reality. And they are not slowing down. But here's the part we don't say out loud enough. Darkness doesn't win because it's powerful. It wins because light stays comfortable. In Acts 1, Jesus comes back, alive. Not an idea, not a feeling, not a philosophy, alive. And the same disciples who ran, who hid, who abandoned him, now stand there face to face with the truth they couldn't deny. And everything changes. Cowards become witnesses. Witnesses become martyrs. What changed? Not better motivation, not stronger personalities, not discipline. Power. Real power. Jesus tells them, wait. Because what's coming, you cannot do this without. And this is where we start getting uncomfortable, because we love the idea of following Jesus, but we want to do it in our own strength. You don't need willpower to follow Jesus. You need power. Because willpower breaks. You know that. You know willpower breaks. You've seen it in your own life. Temptation hits, and suddenly all that commitment and willpower disappears. You need something deeper than that. The Bible calls it dunamis. Not symbolic power, not poetic power, explosive power. The kind of power that turns ordinary people into something the world cannot ignore. And here's the problem. Most Christians are trying to live a supernatural calling with natural strength. It doesn't work. It never has. That's why you see so many people stuck. Same struggles, same patterns, same silence, same fear. Because deep down, they're trying to represent a living God without his power. How bold are you really without the Holy Spirit? Because here's a hard truth. If you can live your Christian life comfortably, you are not walking in the power Jesus promised. He didn't say, you'll receive good advice. He didn't say, you'll receive better discipline. He said, you will receive power to be my witnesses. Not observers, not fans, witnesses. And what does a witness do? They testify to what they've seen, what they've heard, what they know is real. These men didn't die for an idea. They died for something they experienced. They saw him. They touched him. They ate with him. And once that truth settled in, they couldn't go back. And neither can you. Not really. Because once you know, you're accountable to it. And this is where most people pull back. Not because they don't believe, but because they know what it costs. Because if God actually uses you, he puts your life on display. Not your perfection, his power. His power. And that means you get uncomfortable. You get stretched. You get put in positions where you are not enough. That's the point. Because then it's not you. It's him. It's the Holy Spirit. So now the question becomes, what kind of Christian are you trying to be? Just knowledge? Just comfort? Just routine? Or are you actually asking for power? Because there is more. There is more for you. Not everyone experiences miracles. We don't control that. We don't even fully understand it. But here's what we do know. Miracles don't define God's power. Transformation does. Boldness does. Conviction does. A life that refuses to stay the same. That's power. So if you're sitting there thinking, I want God to use me, then be ready. Be consistent. Be compassionate. Be bold. Be courageous. Be available. Be a witness. Because the mission isn't finished. And whether you step into it or keep sitting on the sidelines doesn't change that. But it does change you. God, if we're honest, we've wanted comfort more than calling. We've wanted control more than surrender. We've tried to live this life in our own strength, and we keep falling short. Fill us with your power, not for our image, but for your glory. Make us bold. Make us available. Make us willing to step into discomfort so the world can see that you are alive. Use us, even when it costs us. So be it. May the truth set us all free.